All right, so if you've been tuning in, I've been telling this story about how I was held hostage on December 10th, 2022, in this very room um, by a complete stranger who I didn't know. So I'm at the point where my dad, dun 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 dun, okay, he has located a hammer, bangs on the door to form a hole. That's what he's trying to do. All right. Because he noticed also that he couldn't push through the door, obviously, because he got this heavy IKEA dresser in front of the door. So again, the hostage man's thinking. I wasn't, apparently. Okay. I couldn't have moved that if I wanted to. So anyway, that makes a hole within the door. I move from the bed over to like my little rocking chair area. And I'm over here with my dog, in which I was also explaining like how my dog was oddly quiet like this entire situation. And he's just not, he's not a quiet animal like that. So I'm over there with my dog. My dad finally makes this hole where he can see me, because up until this point, nobody could see me, right? I've been quiet. I don't know how long this time has been, guys. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 10, 15, hopefully not that longer than that, but no one had seen me. So what a brilliant idea for my dad to, make a hole. So as he's seeing me, I had like this random book. It actually, on the book, it said, for you don't know the plans that I have for you, says a little bit, just random, right? So I'm holding this book like this. And my daddy commented later, he said, I thought you was typing or something. Like, no, I'm not typing. But that was my weapon. It was like a little calendar cardboard thing. Like if the dude came across the bed, I had this. And then later on, I'm like, why didn't I grab a pillow? Like, bruh, a pillow would have been it would have made a lot more sense. So anyway, cool. I'm still in the room. Yeah, dad has seen me, but I'm still in here. Like I mentioned in my last video, shortly after dad made the hole, the cops come, literally like maybe 5-10 seconds later, literally. So dad, cops. So the guy sees, and the guy ends up basically making it happen. He's like pushing the door harder than anybody had pushed it up to this point. Nervous. So the guy, the hostage man, as the police officers got the door open, the hostage man, you know what he did, guys? He jumps over to where I was. He didn't like run out the room like I'm free. No. He jumps over where I was. He puts his arm, shall I say, around me. I wish I had somebody else here to demonstrate. He just pushed his arm around me. And I say put around me because that's what it felt like. Now, in reality, we know what's in his hand. We know the knives are in his hand. But when I say it felt friendly, I cannot make this stuff up. I kid you not. I kid you not. It was like he told me twice, I'm not going to hurt you. After he told me he's going to kill me twice, then he said he wasn't going to kill me no more. Okay? Just don't do anything. So his hand is over me. And the cop is like, what are you doing with those? I don't know what he said. My brain says, what are you doing with her? That's what I think he said. So the guy doesn't respond, right? And the cop gestures me to come over. Now, mind you, I told you my room is but a minute big. We got this big old dresser from IKEA, kind of diagonal because they have to push it. And I'm in this little corner with me and my dog and this, deranged man. So the cop, he said, come on, go. And I looked back at the guy because, look, we've been friends, right? I've been following the rules. I look back just to make sure. I don't want to be like sliced, diced or anything because this could have happened. So the guy said it the second time, the cop, come on. So then I crawled. I was crawling like I was in the military. Like it felt like in that moment, it felt like I could have been hearing like bombs and missiles and stuff. How I was crawling. Like it was smoking stuff everywhere. I crawl out this room. All right. My bathroom is literally like next door. My dad, right? He's there. He grabs me. He covers me. And all I could say, y'all, was God kept me. Okay. Like, there's so many scenarios that we all could come up with like what could have been the case, but it wasn't. And God, he kept me. This invisible being who I talked to and who's been guiding me and leading me. He kept me. I didn't get hurt. No weapons formed will ever prosper. They can form, but they didn't prosper. All I could say in that room was, God kept me. And I kept just kicking the wall, praising God. Because who else am I praise? Nobody could tell me anything about who God is, his word, and the relationship that he desires from all of us. And who would have known that doing these things like reading and going like, church or whatever and seeking him, trying to find answers, that it actually makes sense in the future. Now, the final part of the story, really, I mean, like, there's cops everywhere. My dog skedaddled. There's people everywhere. He's gone. Because as I'm in the bathroom, the cops got the guy now. Like it says in the news article, he ended up stabbing a cop in his neck. He actually almost, if the cop didn't have glasses on, he would have sliced the guy's eyeballs, but he had glasses. So again, works for the good. Thank God for glasses. And I just think it's crazy that once I got out of the room, that's when all hell broke loose. Okay. They tried to tase him. It didn't work. And so then they had to they did a couple of rounds, a couple of shots, maybe 3. If you want to get technical. They didn't kill him or anything. I don't want murder in the room. Okay. It's not what we're about. But at least they got him, and the cops are okay. Both of them, the guy that saved me, and the other guy that got, hurt. So guys, I think I'll have maybe one more part to this just to solidify how I got prepared. So, this is truly the end of the story of this hostage. But remember, Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good of those who love God. So whatever you go through, whatever is going on, know that he's using it for whatever the reason. And complying with him or, just could continue to live life. Things are going to work together. All right. Especially if you love God, because that's what the word says for sure. And then from there, whatever suffering that I had went through, that's probably kind of really part of the other story. So this story is Romans 8:28 all day. All right. Again, I'm Robin. I'm a child of God, and I will always be, because he saved me, and I don't know what else to say at this point, guys. So I hope that you were blessed by my testimony, because this is not about me getting attention. Who cares? This is about God, the Father, getting all the glory in all of this. And come back. I got another story for you. Spill some tea, as they say. Okay. I do have another story, and it definitely relates. So thank you for checking out my story. Bye-bye.